stepping into portals of possibility and meeting the person that you're becoming rather than being stuck in who you were. So this is the final day of embodied radiance activations here on IG Live. I've been going live for 14 days leading up to the Radiance event, which is happening in Calgary this Sunday. And it's just been super, super joyful to do this every day. So thank you all for joining me, and make sure you wave, say hello, and pop in some of your greatest gems along the way in the comments below. So first of all, I'm super excited to be in Calgary. I just landed 12 hours ago. So I had a weird sleep last night, a little jet laggy sleep. But every time I land back in Calgary, it's this feeling of joy of coming home to a community that I've cultivated for, like 12, 13 years that I'd lived here and really been teaching and sharing a lot in women's work. And I feel so blessed, but also know that this has been part of the path of radiance for me, is cultivating, nourishing, like putting intentional time and presence into people that I get to surround myself with, and not just people that I'm used to having around, let's say, because I also grew up here. So I've had high school friends, I had friends in my 20s, like I've really had to make shifts throughout the years as to who I choose to surround myself with. But I surround myself with people, not just who is convenient and around, but I surround myself with women who I want to be like, to be immersed with the women that I'm like, wow, 20 years from now, I want to be like her. I want to have this quality of joy, of self-love, of radiance inside myself and around me. And part of the hack that I have done to do this is that I've had mentors around me my whole life. When I was in my 20s and I had just become a yoga teacher, I got asked to lead yoga teacher trainings really young at like 28 years old. And I was pretty new, fresh yoga teacher, but I had so many people asking me. And I just felt like, you know what? Yes, absolutely, 100%. This is who I am. This is who I'm becoming, but I need some guidance in supporting me through that. So I had called in my yoga teacher at that time, Nora Maskey. And together, she had already created a yoga school, and I stepped in and taught with her. And I was mentored by her she's got 20 years, my senior, in every way. And then I started sitting in women's circles, and I thought, okay, I can feel the woman I am now. I am cracking open in beautiful ways. I'm learning so much about myself and others, but I want somebody to sit beside who has done this before, who is on the other side of learning how to love themselves deeply and create a radically radiant life where she feels turned on by. So then I sat with my mentor, Joni, who is now my dearest, dearest sister. And she's 20 years older than me. And I learned so much from sitting next to her while also facilitating and leading women's circles with her. So I share this because surrounding yourself with the qualities of who you are becoming, and not just who you are now, to sit and surround yourself with people who can meet you where you're at, who can really feel and understand and deeply listen, and be able to support you to take you further or deeper or higher is gold. Because they become the examples of the woman that you are blossoming into. The woman that you're coming home to. Because of course, there's nothing outside of yourself that doesn't already exist. So in a way, it's not who you're becoming, it's who you already are. But sometimes we forget who we already are. So it is the woman that we're becoming, if that makes any sense. So in today's last Radiance activation, I want to share with you a guided visualization that I do with all of my private clients. It doesn't matter if I'm coaching business or feminine embodiment or leadership or couples work, the topic really doesn't matter, because the impact is that you get to meet the person that you are becoming, the one that is blossoming, the one that is inherently already whole and radiant, the one that becomes the heroine of your own story. In the journey that I often guide people through, the first step is to awaken to your body, your pleasure, your emotions, to feel alive again. That's always the first step. The second step is untaming, right? That's why I have this program called UnTamed. It's to let go of all the conditioning that society or culture, religion, whomever has said you need to be this in order to be happy and whole. And we question everything and say, is that actually true? And through that untaming process, we learn how to write our own story and dance to our own dance and come even more fully alive there. And then in the last stage, it's really around, okay, how can I consciously create from here now? Now that I've come alive, now that I've untamed myself and know that I am the creatrix of my reality, then you get to step into your own life story as the heroine of your own journey. You are her. You are the woman that you are becoming. And time is a funny thing, because sometimes we think that, okay, I'm going to do that later. Like later, after the kids are out of the house. Later, after I've finished that course. Later. We're always thinking later. And at the same time, time is so funny because everything happens now. In the bigger time or non-time matrix, there is no time. The subconscious does not recognize that there is a past, a present, and a future. It only knows that it is. So when we drop into a practice, which I'm going to guide you through in a few moments, of connecting with who you are becoming, but we do it now, the shifts already start to happen. Cool, right? So here we go. I'm going to drop us in. And yeah, I'm going to drop us in and I'll tell you the rest later. So it's a few moments of a practice and it's super, super valuable. So if you can, wherever you are, just like put down your pens, put down your books, like, you know, no multitasking right now. This is really important. And go ahead and just close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths. Drop into your body. Feel your feet on the ground. And imagine right now it is August 30th, 2024. It's about 4 months from now, or one season. And you can feel the warmth of the grass underneath your toes. This Indian summer sun on your skin. And as you take a deep breath in right now, just feeling this expanse and openness in your chest, your heart. And right now you're standing here feeling your body and feeling so alive. And you think back and you feel, wow, I've had an incredible season. And I'm so proud of myself. So what would have you looking back? If it was August in 4 months' time, looking back at your spring and summer, saying, wow, What a time. I'm so proud of myself. And I am feeling, and fill in the blanks of how you are feeling on August 30th, 2024, 4 months from now. What would have had to happen? What choices would you have made so that you feel vibrant and radiant inside your being? And take a moment right now and really feel that in your body. How would you walk? How do you speak? How have you come alive? And if you want, share some of these in the comments with me and with each other. What has blossomed in you? And as you let a few more moments of this just resonate and land in your cells and in your bones, like maybe you would have finally gone for that coaching course that you wanted to do. Maybe you would have planned that solo vacation. Maybe you would have committed to taking weekends off. Like, what would have had to happen in this season for you to feel radiant and alive? Good. And then let this feeling distill into your body like this potent elixir. And imagine that feeling just vibrating all throughout your whole body. It is already here. And then when you have a moment and you feel like this is in your cells, then you can open your eyes and come on back for a moment. So as you move throughout your day and your weeks and your next season, as the final practice of these 14 days of embodied radiance activations, I encourage you to tap into this felt sense feeling of the person that you are becoming. And let this inform every decision you make, every choice you make, every step that you take, because you already are that. It's already happened. And this is how we start to collapse time. This is how we cultivate this feeling of radiance and aliveness and turn on from the inside out, is that we embody this. We embody the one that we are already, we embody the one that we are becoming. So I hope that you love this practice. This was like a little mini microdose, of a practice that I do with all of my private clients, that I sometimes do in sessions and events as well, because it's so powerful to be able to tap into this aspect of who you are. First, there's the acceptance of who you are now, for sure. That's step one. But then it is, what am I cultivating to become more alive? Yes? Okay, so if you want to do this with me in person and with a group of 30 women this Sunday, Feminine Radiance Retreat is happening. I'm going to go do a site visit today with my organizer here. We're going to make sure this room is lit up for you. We've got a gorgeous catered lunch planned, workshops throughout the day, and plenty of time for you to be able to feel radiant from the inside out, for you to meet other women who are on this path of awakening and coming alive. It's going to be so good. There is a maximum of 40 spots. There's a few left. So if you're in Calgary, there's nothing better that you can be doing on Sunday Just come, hang out with us. You won't regret it. DM me Radiance in the comments if you want to be there. We also have a payment plan option so that you can save your spot for just $111 today, paid over time. There's also a bring a friend option because we love meeting Sisters of Sisters. So bring a friend, you get a nice discount there as well. Grab your Radiance ticket. For the Zurich sisters, hell yeah, we're going to do Radiance in Zurich, June 30th. Mark your calendars. More details soon. And UnTamed Wild Feminine Retreat in Calgary is happening May 19th to 13th. I cannot wait. There's a few spots left, like 4. So DM me UnTamed if you want info for that. And yes, Zurich, I am going to be home doing this in the fall. We're going to start in November. And Alchemy has just a few spots left. So if you want to get turned on, switched on, and step into the woman that you're becoming in your soul business, DM me Alchemy. And I've got an amazing mini mind. It is a small, intimate group, masterminding, making waves, supporting you at a very high level to get your business launched and elevated. And we start in May. So that's it for those pieces. Now, last thing is if you've been tuning in every day or you want to go back and tune in every day on these Radiance activations, make sure you do that. Comment with your biggest takeaway or aha moment every single day by tomorrow noon Mountain Time. And then you're going to be entered into a draw for either a free ticket to Radiance or a one-on-one coaching session with me. So make sure that you do that. We're going to announce the winner here on IG, so look out for that as well. All right. And other than that, oh, one last thing, Yoni Temple. Oh my gosh, we're going to do a Yoni Temple workshop May 15th evening. It's going to be a 4-hour workshop with recordings pre and post to get you set up. It's going to be gorgeous. That's in Calgary. So DM Yoni, YONI, if you want to jump in on that. Okay, so thank you again so much for joining me for these 14 days of Radiance. It has been a delight to be here every day. I've been loving it. I hope that you've loved it. And please let me know if this has been supportive for you. Share this with others if you want. And yeah, I just really wish for you to step into the full, glowing, lit up, turned up woman that you are, because I know what it's like to not feel that way very, very well, from going from like burnout, sexless marriage, adrenal fatigue, diagnosed with a chronic illness. This is all 8 years ago, to this huge journey of transformation that I've had over the last 8 years, where I have brought more radiance by detoxing my body. We talked about that on day 1, 2, 3 of the Radiance activations, where I embraced my pleasure to bring more of my feminine juice and resourcefulness and turn on back into my world, where I learned how to move my emotions in a super powerful way so that nothing got stuck, so that I'm not building up feelings of resentment or frustration or anger that are not serving me or those around me. I learned how to get clear with my boundaries. I learned how to step into self-responsibility, of taking ownership for my life, and then leaning into creative power, my business, my purpose into the world, and really being able to live what it is that I love to share the most, and have a beautiful, abundant life doing that. So these are like the core pillars of Radiance, the core pillars of what I teach and what I do. And I really wish for every single human to be able to come back to your radiance in this way. Because when each of us steps into our full radiance and power, and we inspire other people to do the same, and we can meet on this layer, then life gets radically different. It doesn't mean that you're just like enjoy, bliss, celebration, high vibes all the time. It's not that. We can also feel sadness, grief, anger, all of it. We welcome the full human experience. And that is what creates a radiant life. So again, thank you so much for joining me on this time. Angel, we did a beautiful practice. So go back to minute 7 or something and tap into there. We did a meeting your future self practice. All right, so that's it for now. I send you so much love, and feel free to DM me or reach out if you need anything at all. And Calgary sisters, I see you very, very soon, and hopefully somewhere in the next 3 weeks that I'm here. Much love.